But you're assuming this report is the report, and it is absolutely not even close report. Do you know how many intelligence agencies briefings
report,
I have said in?
Senator, and you said on armed services, and you just said you do not trust the Defense Intelligence Agency's report.
No,
is
what
that
I
something
said
that you're
is
going to bring up with the Pentagon?
No, what I said is I don't trust this report because I have said in briefings now for 12 years. I was on the Intel Committee in the House. Not one time did we have DIA ever come in and brief us. That was not where our briefings are coming from. In fact, go back and see all the intelligence briefings we've had that's been public and been in private that's been released. Have you ever seen DIA one time ever brief Congress? Ever?
Hold up. Did you just see that? Because what just happened there, that wasn't an interview. That was a complete ambush gone wrong. Welcome back, Patriots. I'm still fired up from that clip. What you're watching isn't just another media exchange. This is a glimpse into the future of leadership at DHS. Markwayne Mullin didn't walk into that CNN studio unprepared. No, he walked straight into what they thought was a trap. You could see it written all over Caitlin Collins' face, that confident, I've got him smirk the media wears when they think they're about to land a hit. But this time, completely miscalculated. She tried to corner a man who spent over a decade sitting in classified briefings using surface-level talking points. And Mullin? He didn't flinch. No scripted politician tone, no dodging. He responded like someone who actually knows what's at stake and exactly how serious it is. What happened next? That's the moment everything flipped. Let's break down the full clip, because this right here is where the media's gotcha game finally stopped working.
Tonight, you heard the majority leader there saying he has not seen intelligence to confirm that Iran's nuclear program was obliterated. Have you seen any of that?
Well, actually, that isn't exactly what he said. He said you need to ask the question to Tom Cotton, who sits on Intel. I'll tell you the reports that we've received is that this was a complete success. I mean, you think about this, Caitlin, and I don't understand why this is such a hard thing for CNN or other people to celebrate the victory that the United States just achieved. We had 30 Tomahawk missiles. We had 14 30,000-pound bombs delivered on target and on time. We had no detection, no boots on the ground, complete mission success with Midnight Hammer. And this is a victory that we should celebrate for the simple fact, Caitlin, that the world is safer because Iran cannot develop their nuclear weapon. And keep in mind, this is a country that is the #1 sponsor of terror around the world. So this should be something that we're celebrating, not something we're trying to bring some division between us on.
And no one is trying to bring any division, and it has nothing to do with celebrating it or not celebrating it, sir. It's a question of what the intelligence shows. And we have made clear it's a preliminary report, but this is the only intelligence report that so far has
Well, then why
has
would
been
you
made
run with it? Because you're assuming... But you're assuming this report is the report, and it is absolutely not even close report. Do you know how many intelligence agencies briefings I have said in?
Senator, and you said on armed services, and you just said you do not trust the Defense Intelligence Agency's report.
No,
is
what
that
I
something
said
that you're
is...
going to bring up with the Pentagon?
No, what I said is I don't trust this report, because I have said in briefings now for 12 years. I was on the Intel Committee in the House. Not one time did we have DIA ever come in and brief us. That was not where our briefings are coming from. In fact, go back and see all the intelligence briefings we've had that's been public and been in private that's been released. Have you ever seen DIA one time ever brief Congress? Ever. One time ever brief Congress? No, they have not.
Have you seen intelligence, though, that contradicts what the DIA is saying so far?
Well, I've seen reporting, not reporting from you, but I've seen reports come out. As far as a full briefing, we haven't, as you know, we've already said this. The briefing has been pushed to Thursday, but the initial reports we have 100% contradicts what DIA was saying here. And I'm not saying DIA isn't capable. DIA is capable. I'm saying this report is not an accurate report. I don't even know where this report came from. I don't know who authorized this report or where they gathered their intelligence, but there's no way. There's multiple people inside DIA, Caitlin. But how did this person that brought this report together How did they get their information? Where did their information come from? Because it wasn't collective around the ICs, as I've said before, not to repeat myself, of gathering the information with individuals that was actually on ground, not the assumption. So I don't know where this report was generated from. I know it was reported out of as a DIA, but why?
There is a reason, obviously, that people want to know about the intelligence here, that the American people do, because, I mean, there have been moments in the United States history pretty recently where flawed intelligence has led the United States into war. So do you believe that the case should be made to the American people to back up the president's claim that he is making based on intelligence, not just what he is saying?
Well, Caitlin, that's a far-fetched compared to where we have been to where we are today. Different presidents, different reasons behind. President Trump's mission going into this was very clear.
And Trump criticized those presidents.
Well, I would say that in some cases, rightfully so, criticizing the presidents. But when you start looking at what our mission was, every president since Bill Clinton has made it very clear that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Every single president has said that. And President Trump actually delivered it and did something about it. When you start talking about the assumption of miscrediting what information, there's some that will be shared. There will be a success report come out to the American people, but we can't go into full detail because there's a lot of this stuff that is classified and should stay classified for obvious reasons. Like the way we were able to get the intel, the way we were able to get in without being noticed, why we delivered the 30 Tomahawk missiles before the B-2 showed up, how we knew what weapons to be used, how we knew how to calculate those weapons, what our entry points were, where we knew to precisely hit where it'd be most effective. All that information will not be shared, but the success of it has already been told. But the full reports of it that we can share will be shared with the American people. President Trump's the most transparent president we've had.
You're saying that intelligence will be shared, will be made public.
No. I said the stuff. No,
the nuclear program was obliterated.
Caitlin, don't put words in my mouth. What I said is the stuff that can be shared will be shared.
I'm just clarifying.
I did. Well, I thought I was pretty clear. The stuff that can be shared will be shared.
Wow. Just wow. Take a second and think about that moment, because that wasn't just a reaction. That was a reality check. Did you catch that look Mullen gave her? That wasn't just a glance. That was middle America staring straight at the D.C. bubble and asking, are you actually this out of touch? Now let's talk about Kaitlan Collins for a second, because this right here is the core problem with corporate media. She tries to lean on a DIA report, thinking she's got a solid angle, and Mullen shuts it down instantly. Why? Because you can't outplay someone who's actually been in the room. He's essentially saying, I've spent over a decade in classified briefings. I've seen the real intelligence, and you're coming at me with surface-level paperwork? That's the disconnect. This is the same tired playbook. Take a major military success and try to spin it into doubt, turn decisive action into uncertainty, push skepticism so hard that people start questioning what's right in front of them. And Mullen? He doesn't take the bait. When she tries to drag in past intelligence failures to create doubt, he shuts it down fast. No hesitation, no over-explaining, just clarity. This isn't guesswork. This isn't endless nation building. This is identifying a threat and dealing with it directly. That's what makes this moment hit so hard. He doesn't let her control the narrative. He flips it. Every time she tries to steer it toward doubt, he brings it back to results. Because at the end of the day, this wasn't about truth for her. It was about landing a soundbite. And instead, it completely backfired. By the end of it, the contrast was obvious, one side trying to score points, the other speaking from experience. And that's exactly why moments like this are getting so much attention. So what do you think? Was that a total media misfire, or just another example of the same old playbook falling apart? Drop your thoughts below, and if you're tired of the spin, make sure you stick around for more.